Everyone, I just thought I'd take this time to wish you all a very happy holiday season, and I hope you enjoy some time with your family, make some new memories, relive old ones, and enjoy yourself with family and friends. I'm out here walking in a valley with the mountains above here in Montana, and in a few days I'll be heading back to Michigan where I grew up to spend time with my family and friends, and I'll also be doing some survival filming there for my upcoming YouTube series, and just enjoying a beautiful, quiet Montana day after a lovely snowfall yesterday. So I hope you're enjoying this winter season and getting out there and embracing it firsthand like I do. So there's nothing more pretty than a beautiful day after a snowfall. So you may have heard me say that I'm going to be filming for a television show as well. Now that starts mid-January, and I'm very, very excited. So I can't wait, and I have no idea when it's going to air, but believe me, I'll be sharing all of that information with any of my fans. And I'm really excited about this program because it'll be showcasing me and my lifestyle, living off the grid and survival. But it'll also be showcasing my neighboring community and how I like to support my community and support local businesses, support the little guy. So I'm really excited. I've been working out all the details earlier today, and I think it's going to wind up being a wonderful program. So I'm very happy to be part of it. I can't release the network or the name of the program yet, but as soon as I'm allowed to do so, I certainly will. And that might not happen until after the filming, when they're beginning to do some marketing for the program. So I'm out here with my camera in an area where there's a lot of elk and moose, and just seeing if I can get some good shots of some wildlife today. I love to rabbit hunt, by the way, but I'm not even sure they have a rabbit season in Montana, in this area. And if they do, I think it's already closed. When I go back to Michigan, though, that will be something I'll be doing for sure. Here's a deer track right here, and it's more than likely a whitetail at this location, this elevation, but it could be a mule deer, but more than 80% chance probably it's a whitetail. As you get up higher, the mule deer live. So you can see how beautiful it is out here today. Gorgeous, huh? Oh, I should pick out a Christmas tree somewhere along the line for my cabin. But maybe I'll leave that to one of the days of filming, or before filming, I should say. Oh, here's some nice fresh tracks. Let's see what they are. They're really fresh. Here's some fresh deer pellets. Those are from a very small deer. Probably a deer that's from this particular year. So it won't be long and they'll be dropping their antlers, and I can be out here looking for antler sheds. I found over 200 whitetail sheds in my lifetime and about 6 moose. And I've never been in an area at shed dropping time where there was elk. So hopefully I'll find my first elk sheds this spring somewhere. But this would be an area that you would look for sheds, and you would follow fresh tracks, fresh trails, game trails. And they love to be under thermal cover for the night. So if you can find an area along a creek or a stream where there might be some cedars, that gives them over 10 degrees more warmth spending the night underneath a grove of cedars than it would under any other kind of tree. So you would look for something similar to that that would stand out as the shape of an antler, and you would just kind of start to beware. Now, I've seen them dropping their antlers in late November, and I've seen them still have antlers as late as Valentine's Day. So a lot of it would depend upon how much nutrition the animal was consuming, and that is source, of course, is variable upon how much snow they have and how deep the snow conditions are. Now, why I say it's dependent upon the nutrition of the animal is that my friend had a captive deer farm where I actually once lived, and like these deer, for example, right here, they can eat lichen, and lichen is a symbiotic relationship between algae and fungi. It's actually edible for humans as well, and actually there's more than one variety of lichen. This is called well, it's called by many different names, but a common name is witch's broom, and this is old man's beard, and then right back here is yet another type of tubular lichen as well. So just on this tree alone, there's at least 3 varieties of lichen. Now, it can be consumed by people for survival food. You have to boil the water and let that water cool. Here's even another variety of lichen. But deer eat it as well, and other animals. It gives a lot of protein. Humans can't consume it raw readily. I'm sure it wouldn't kill you, but it has a high acid content, and so that acid isn't digested properly by your stomach. So that's why we boil it. And in Norwegian countries, the reindeer herders still make lichen soup, and George Washington's troops kept from starving at part of their tenure as soldiers by eating lichen. Look at how pretty this is. I don't know if you can see this with just my iPhone. Maybe if I turn it at this angle, it'll come into the light better. But hopefully you can see how pretty all of this lichen is hanging down. So the deer consume this. So as the snow raises in height, in areas where there's lichen, the deer can still have something to feed upon. Look how much there is on this tree. So it's a symbiotic relationship between algae and fungi. As I mentioned, it does not hurt the tree at all. So it's not a parasitic plant. So it can actually enhance the whole ecosystem. Of course, the deer drop their pellets in the area where they're eating, and that can help fertilize the tree and the whole ecosystem as well. So it's a big continuous chain. Here's yet some more deer tracks, and chances are they're coming over and feeding on some lichen. So anyways, back to the shed of the antlers. That happens when their nutrition becomes very depleted. So here's some. What do you think? Do I look good with a beard? Not so sure. Anyways, so this is what you can make some soup out of. You can use it for other things. You can dry it out and use it as fire tinder. You could use it as bedding for a pillow, a blanket, if you gathered up enough. Depending on where you're at, lichen is either more plentiful or not. Like where I live in Alaska, it's a rainforest, so there's a lot of lichen. But lichen grows on every continent. It can grow in desert environments, on rocks. So more than likely, you've seen lichen, and you just maybe didn't realize what it was. So in an area where maybe there's not a whole lot to eat, then the deer will drop their antlers quicker. So in a captive deer farm where they're fed a lot of very high protein content food, they will keep their antlers much longer, and they'll continue to grow longer too. I should say longer duration. So yeah, look at the beauty around here, and get out there and explore and start looking for some antler sheds from now until Valentine's Day in North America. Hope you had a great day and learned a little bit, and enjoy the Mother Nature splendor.